absolute beauties, Becca here. Welcome to our first ever doorstop dinners. Tonight you are in for a treat. Now, we're all missing the mix, we're all missing coming together and seeing each other, but above all we're all missing Rachel's cooking. So here's one of our favourite dinners and here's the secret recipe. Enjoy!
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel.
Hi everyone, I'm Jacqueline.
And today we're going to show you how to make one of the mixer's favourites, pasta cheese. So first of all important, we're going to wash our hands. So in your packs you'll find the all-important recipe for pasta cheese and then all the ingredients that you need to make this dish. So first of all it says put a large pan with water onto the cooker to boil with the lid on. So Jacqueline, if you want to do that for me.
Yes, I'll put the water in the pan.
And then I'm going to pop that in there. And then it will boil more quickly if you pop the lid on. So, right, so while that's waiting to boil, we're going to start making the sauce. So in your packs you'll have your margarine and your flour and your milk, which I'm just getting from the fridge. So, and there's different ways of making sauce, but this is a really simple method, and we stick everything in together and we stand and patiently whisk or stir the mixture in the saucepan. So Jacqueline, if you'd like to put in the margarine.
Yep, so this is your margarine.
So for 4 people we've got 50 grams of margarine. If you haven't got any scales, that's probably about a full spoon would be 25 grams.
Yeah.
So you could do a rough weigh with a spoon. And 50 grams of flour.
And this is your flour.
And again 25 grams would be 1 heaped spoon. And then we're going to measure out the milk.
Rachel,
talking of spoons,
I think you're using one of my cousins there.
Oh, hello Spot. Ah, yes, spoon. Yes, we've got our wooden spoons in here.
yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I've got some for using for savoury dishes because they smell of onion and spices, and then I've got some that I use for sweet things or fruit. So for today we're going to this is our savoury spoon. Not as pretty as you, Spot. I can see it's a bit worn. So you can use a wooden spoon, or if you've got a whisk, you can use a whisk.
Brilliant.
Okay. So
all right. See you in a bit then.
See you in a bit then. Bye, Spot.
Bye.
Bye, Spot.
Spot was there. Right, measuring out a pint of milk. This is just a dish for 4 people. Right, so if you'd like to pour that into the saucepan as well with the flour and the margarine.
Yes.
Right, now.
And if you haven't got a measuring jug, then sometimes on the bottles it has a level, doesn't it, on the side? Some bottles do.
On the side.
Or maybe you've got a pint glass in your house and you could use a pint glass.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I think this bottle of milk does have 1 pint, 2 pint, 3 pint, 4 pint measures on the side.
brilliant.
Yeah, good point, Spot. Good point.
Thank you, Spot.
Right, so you have to be quite patient with this task. So it takes a while. The margarine needs to melt, and then the milk needs to heat up, and eventually it all comes together. And with the flour, help of the flour,
Yep.
it will thicken. So while I'm doing this, you're going to
grate the cheese.
grate the cheese.
Or if you haven't got a grater, you can always use a knife.
Good point. Okay, so the water's boiling for the pasta.
Boiling.
So I've measured out the pasta already. And that goes in. A little tip, I always just give it a bit of a stir so that it doesn't stick on the bottom while it comes to the boil. So you need to keep the heat up, and it will just take a moment or two for the water to come back to the boil with the pasta in. Once the pasta comes to the boil, just turn it down to medium heat. You don't want it boiling over, but you do need it to be doing a good simmer. And then there'll be instructions on the pack as to how long to cook the pasta for, but roughly 10 minutes or so. So I'm just making a note of the time. So 10 minutes time, the pasta should be cooked.
And you could, on your phone, set a timer, just so you don't forget.
True.
Yeah, true.
Timer on the phone. So looking at the sauce, can you see the margarine or butter is nearly melted? And I keep stirring it so that it doesn't burn or stick on the bottom. So the margarine is nearly melted, and I think the flour is mixed in. So the next stage for it to thicken. Okay, so as you can see, it's changed colour, so we haven't got the yellow of the margarine anymore. It's becoming a nice sort of creamy, smooth, saucy mixture, and it is thickening a bit. You'll see the bubbles start to appear around the edge when it actually starts to boil. So when that happens, I turn the heat. Can you see the bubbles are starting to appear? So when that happens, make sure it's on a fairly low heat and just simmer for a couple of minutes, and then we'll add the cheese.
Right, so I've kept some cheese back for the topping to go on the top, and then I've got some cheese here. It's going to go with the sauce.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Ooh,
And then give that a good whisk.
So I'll give that a stir with my whisk or with your wooden spoon. Ooh, I love cheesy sauce. Right, have a look at this sauce now then. Now the cheese is in and melted, it's nice and thick and creamy and smooth. And the pasta is just about done. So I've got an oven timer on, and there's only about a minute left. So very exciting.
Jacqueline, what's that tomato doing there? I don't see that on the recipe.
Well, it's just to put on the topping to go with your cheesy pasta. You can have different vegetables like peas, sweet corn.
Oh, that's the oven timer. That means the pasta's done.
And I've got to drain the pasta.
Yeah, if you could drain the pasta. Very good there. So you've got the saucepan under the colander.
Yeah.
Catch any drips of water. Very good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to put the pasta in this dish.
Or do you want to tip it in here first to
Or
mix
tip
it?
it in here
Yeah, tip it into the
first.
cheese sauce.
To mix it.
This is where I might change to my wooden spoon, I think.
Yes.
Exactly my thoughts. Exactly my
Very
thoughts.
important. The most important bit, I feel, Spot.
Absolutely.
Bit at the end. So we're going to mix very carefully.
Mix the cheese sauce very carefully.
Cheese sauce and the pasta together. Look at that. Okay. And then we've got a good size oven dish, so it can be a round oven dish like this, or if you've got a rectangle type of oven dish, that will be fine. Just something that is oven proof and will fit this in. So I'm just going to tip this in. That's just the right size. And then Jacqueline, you've got the all-important bit of grated cheese.
Yes. I'm just going to chop my tomato first. So you could do this, you could put your tomatoes or what vegetables you're going to have. And then spread your cheese on like this.
Lovely.
Like even spread. There you go. And then we're going to grill it.
Okay, so Jacqueline's just popped this in. We're using the grill that's in our oven, which you just have under the grill for as long as it takes for the cheese to be bubbling and melting and the topping to brown a bit, maybe 10 minutes or so. Or if you want to put it in the oven, then it's at gas 6, 200 degrees for about 20 minutes probably. You can just take a check on it, depends how crisp and brown you want the topping.
Okay, well, I'm just saying it's time to clean up, clean your surfaces or wash up while it's cooking in the oven.
Okay, so we don't want to leave all these dirty pans to wash up after you've eaten. So while pasta cheese is bubbling in the oven or under the grill, we're going to wash up, clear everything away, and then we'll be ready to eat.
Something smells good.
Wow,
doesn't it?
Yes.
Right, let's open the door and have a look. So, ooh, look at this.
Yeah.
Can you see it's bubbling away? You can hear it sizzling as well. So I would think that's probably just about
Yes,
right.
that's
And that's
done.
been 10 minutes or so on a hot grill.
On a hot grill.
So I think I'm going to take it out.
Put it on the stove.
And you can take it straight to your table if you're eating at a table, or just on your cooker, or on a hot stand on the top, and serve out. Then you can serve this with your garlic bread, or vegetables, peas or sweet corn, whatever you enjoy in your house. And enjoy!
Enjoy!